All right, you guys, welcome back to BVI Pilots. Glad to be here. We are actually loading up boarding our passengers now, getting them all taken care of, and then we're going to be on our way. We're flying out of Miami and going to be flying into Mexico. Let's see, the time of flight is going to probably be about between 3 and 4 hours. I'll let you know more about the weather once we get up there. I don't know what the weather is going to be doing for us. I'll have a better idea of that once I get up to par here. I'm just getting the pilots, the passengers boarded, and then we'll go from there. So we'll see what happens here. I'm doing this a little bit different. I'm doing the full video you'll see here on YouTube, and the live part of it, I'm going to be checking in from time to time live on Twitch. So you guys on YouTube are getting the better deal, because you're getting the entire video, and those on Twitch are going to get check-ins, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to check in with everybody here on Twitch, see how things are going. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and get a couple things taken care of real quick. Let's monitor. All right, and I've got 4 doors open. I thought that might make a difference, but evidently everybody wants to go through one door. Isn't that lovely? Absolutely lovely. Well, that's all right. No big deal. Let's go ahead and I want to all right, there we go. Now I'm going to mute for a second, guys. Hold on. All right, I'm going to actually do something. So give me 1 second. What I'm going to do is mute here, because it's going to be feedback if I don't, to make sure we're going to be okay here when I get on Twitch. So All right, we are now live on stream as well. Those of you on stream, welcome to the stream. I need to fix the title. I know it's messed up. I forgot a way to do that before I hit the live button. Yeah. So I'm going to mute for 1 second, you guys, to make sure we're sounding okay, and then I'll be right back. Okay, good deal. You guys are picking up the audio of the jet and the audio from the passengers boarding. So that is awesome. I'm excited. Very good deal. The chat is up. Let me get this fixed on the title. I gotta. Here we go. Just going to change my title here real quick. All right, there we go. We are good. All right. So now we've got the chat up. You guys can chat with us here. Yo, Armstrong, what is up? We got Brandon, another pilot of ours. I guess he's listening to us from the cafe. He went out for some lunch. Another good buddy of mine right there. Heck yeah, Brandon. It's good to see that you was able to connect. And I'm sure the audio might be a little jumpy there maybe. I don't know what the connection's like at the cafe. But I just got done installing the self-loading cargo here. So we're testing that out. And, man, they're giving me a full load here. I got 212 passengers going on the MAX 10 today, and they're all going to Mexico. So I just hope that my fuel is accurate. It's the only thing that concerns me. I really need to get my ground crew thing straightened out and get that installed. That'll be the next thing, along with BVI Pilot. So, but otherwise, we should have good deal. Yeah, we should have good audio. There shouldn't be no major delays. It should be pretty, oh yeah, I just tested it. Yeah, it's like just a few seconds behind. So man, that's great. That is great. This new computer has proved itself to me, and this is not even my customized computer that I've got yet. This is just one that I ordered offline, and actually I believe one of our pilots is thinking about ordering him one, and this is exactly what you're going to get. I don't know if he wants me to say who's ordering or not, but you're going to get this same thing that I'm on right now. You're going to get that same quality. You're going to get good connection. Obviously, internet makes a difference too on how good is your internet and all that stuff. But yeah, man, good deal. I'm just getting myself motivated for this flight that I'm getting ready to do. Again, I'm gonna check and see how many we got loaded so far. Let's see. Okay, we're boarded. Good deal. Door 1's closed. All right, all doors are shut. Yeah, Mr. Armstrong's gonna be the one getting. I just didn't know if he wanted me to say or not, but he at least he knows, he's able to listen to everything.
I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors above as we review the emergency procedures. There are 6 emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you. Note that the nearest exit may be behind you. Count the number of rows to this exit. Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose, like this. Pull the strap to tighten it. If you are traveling with children, make sure that your own mask is on first before helping your children.
Oh, it didn't work.
In the
So
unlikely event of an emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below.
I tried to customize.
To your closest exit and slide.
I tried to customize that.
Luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff,
Damn it.
please take a moment to review the safety data card in the
It didn't
seat
work.
in front of you. Thank you for your attention. We hope you enjoy the flight.
Oh my God, I got to go in and fix it because I had a really good recording that I had set for that, and it just completely, it did not read it. So I guess you got to keep it in that it can't be no longer than what's already in there. Daggone it. I'll fix it for next time, I guess. Let's take a look. I think we're already set here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just got to get... So it looks like we're going to be climbing up to 36,000 today, you guys. I would really like to go back to the way I normally take off, but I've got a full load here, so I'm kind of scared to play around with that. So we might just do the... I know if I do it the other way, I'm going to get an overspeed. I know it. So now I'm just trying to decide, do I go with the original way I used to, or do I go with the new way that I take off? What do you think, Mr. Armstrong? Do I go with the regular way we started out doing, or do I go with the airspeed hold and take off like that? What do you think? The fate of my passengers is in your hands, my friend. Oh, all right. You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take off. And if this is not a successful flight, well, that's not my problem. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get this thing up out of here. Okay, yeah, Armstrong says regular too. I think so. I don't want to. Let's go ahead and push forward here. we go, folks. There we go. Sorry, folks. Come on, pick up. The stupid brake did not release in time. Hold on, people. It's going to get bumpy. Oh, boy. Ooh. We did it. We're good. Good deal. Looking good. Now I look at my true speed. Going to airspeed hold. Active. Alright, I believe that was a pretty good takeoff. We did get right to the very end where the runway ended, but we pulled up just in time. So, good call there, Brandon. Good call. For some reason, when I hit the release brakes the first time, it didn't release. That's why it took longer than usual. But we're up and we're going and we're off. So, here we go. Headed to good old Mexico. Headed to Mexico, y'all. Mexico. So we'll see how this flight does. Yeah, and all that good stuff. So, I'd like to remind you guys, be sure that you check out Brandon's stream here a little bit later when he gets back from the cafe. I believe he's going to do some streaming as well. So, you know, you guys can jump back and forth between the two streams here. Listen to mine, listen to his. And, you know, show some support, show some love. I don't know. I think we only got Brandon over here right now listening, but that's okay. You know, I'm a new pilot, so I don't expect to be the most popular cat on the block, right? Let me check my heading and stuff, make sure we got that locked in. There we go. GPS. Navlog active. Good deal. Yeah. Good deal. Okay, and Armstrong's headed home now, so he'll be, matter of fact, if he's heading home, I'm going to go up on the server here in a little bit because I believe it's about a 3-hour flight. Let's see what we got here. Well, it's 2 hours and 56 minutes, but you know as well as I do, once I get up to 36,000, it's gonna be well below 256. Probably at about an hour and 30 minutes or something. So that ain't too bad, not too bad. So since I've, you know, got my new computer set up, this is my first real flight of actually, you know, getting back into the mix of things. And I didn't put this one in for a record or anything as far as for my A virtual, because I just want to see how we do. I really like the Max 10 though, I'll tell you that. But I kind of miss flying the A320 as well, so we might get back into doing some flights with that guy and see how, you know, see what kind of flights we can get with that. Oh, don't start that back there, lady, because you know what I'll do. you'll be out the door quicker than you can say monkey on a chicken's wing. I'm telling you, you'll be gone. Aww. I'm basically going to be doing this flight. I'll land over in Mexico, and that's where I'm going to stay. And my next flight will be out of Mexico somewhere, probably back to Miami. I believe I got some. I believe I got a trip coming back from. Yeah, back from where we're going now, back to Miami. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that bitch out, man. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, you guys, we'll fly out of Mexico back to Miami, and then after that, once I land back in Miami, I'm gonna actually I gotta do some stuff to my truck that I'm actually gonna record. I might even do it on video and just show you guys. You know, it's one of them. Again, remember when I said with the channel, every now and then we'll do a random video. That might be one of the randoms that I throw in there, just kind of showing you guys what I do outside of, you know, doing my simming and stuff. And so we'll see what happens. If, you know, it all depends on what parts I can get my hands on today, with it being a Sunday. I didn't think about that, but hopefully I can get what I need to at least get it started up, get it, you know, get it running. Either way, I can get it started, but I would, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Brandon, if I get it started, you're going to see what I mean by that truck being, you know, being a monster, because it definitely is. What's funny, it's not been running all winter. You know, my fluids and all that are good, but it's a very dependable vehicle. I could probably put my booster on it, boost up that battery, hit that key, and it'll start right up. If not, I will have one person in the cab of the truck, and I will go on the outside of the truck, and I'll tap on the starter, and it'll start up. So we'll, either way, we'll get it. You guys get to hear that. So yeah. Alright, altitude, let's see where we're at. $14,000 AGL. Speed. I really got to figure out about audio though. I can hear my reader, but it's definitely, I don't know, something's off somewhere where my audio is not as loud as, you know, that I want it to be, and I'm not sure what to do because it says everything to 100%. Matter of fact, my audio on the mic seems a little bit low, so let's bring that up a little bit and see if that helps that out any. No, alright. We'll do it right there and see what that does. How's my audio to you, Brandon? Actually, I think I know why. There we go. Is that any better or is that worse? Or I guess it's okay either way. Actually, no, that's a little bit blurry. Hold on. Let's try that. Okay. All right, man. That's cool. And matter of fact, when you do your flight and I'll be outside working on my truck, I can listen to you. So yeah, that works out. Good deal. Yeah, my flight's it's not too super long. 1 hour and 56 minutes. Let's see what my vertical is here. Okay. Well, my Mach speed will move up. Once I get to about 25,000, we'll move to Mach. You know what? Actually, no. I'm not gonna. Heard you guys an outside sound. Alright, and now you guys should be able to see actually what's going on outside the cockpit. I hope so. I believe Brandon said you hit control spacebar and that it centers things up. If I got things set right, I believe. Cruise altitude is going to be 36,000. I figure when I get to 25,000, we'll go over to Mach. And hopefully it'll climb okay today, unlike what it did yesterday. The thing I notice about Mach is when you go over to Mach, when you're climbing, sometimes you got to be real careful about it. Let's see. About 2,000 more feet, and we'll go to Mach, and hopefully, yeah, we should be good. I'll tell you what, I got a loud crew today. Too bad I can't, shut my cockpit door and not hear them when I don't want to hear them, I think that the developer, when you made self-loading cargo, you forgot to give that option. Let us shut the damn cockpit door so we don't got to hear, oh. I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna have to smack somebody around. Now I'm a real believer in men never hitting a woman, but I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna make some considerations here in just a split second when I go back there and knock her teeth in the back of her mouth and say, "Shut the f up, lady." No, I'm just, oh yeah. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Oh shit. Alright, let's go ahead and I wonder if I could set my Mach speed with my self-loading and do it all that way. Let's one second, you guys. There we go, Mach's picking up. Come on, baby. There we go. Come on, baby. Oh yeah, Mach is looking good. We're at Mach 0.77, so we're... Alright fellas, no arguing back there with you passengers. Y'all hear that? I heard somebody back there go, "Hey! Come on, get up to 8-0. You got it in you. Come on, baby. You got this." There we go, 7-8. She's just picking up. Nice thing about Mach, the one good thing about Mach, going into Mach is it saves you on fuel. Now, of course, once I'm at cruising altitude, it'll really pick up on the Mach speed and, there we go. I put in for Mach 0.80, and right now we're at Mach 0.79, so we're almost there. Rolling on the river. Let's go ahead and give you guys back the view here. Hopefully that centered it. And let's see here. Oh yeah, we're looking good. 296 knots indicated. 471 knots true. Mach speed 0.79. So she's holding it at about 0.79, but once we level out, you better believe this big old daddy's gonna really start to want to pick up that speed. And I've actually had the max 10 up to Mach 0.94. It's not good to push it hard like that, but I've done it. We're at about 1204 feet per minute, so we're starting to, I believe we're getting close. We're moving down on our vertical. We're at about 1184. So we're looking good. We're looking good. I'm just looking on the outside view there. Those that can see, that's what it looks like there. Another view for you. Let me show you something else. Whoa now. Let me go in here and check what's going on with Mach here. All right, Brandon. Welcome back, brother. Come on, baby. We're almost to where we gotta be, folks. Yeah, we slowed down our vertical a little bit just to give it an easier climb. So if you're ever climbing and you feel like your engines are really working hard, just come to your vertical and change it. You know, if you're climbing, say your vertical is 1500, change to 1000. And give your engine a little bit of time to, you know, gain some momentum. Right now I'm just watching my Mach speed. I'm watching I'm watching everything really to make sure. Yeah, I think I agree with you on that, Brandon. Those that might not be on chat, Brandon's saying that his favorite one out of all the 737s is going to be the MAX 10, and I must agree. Yeah, look at that. See, now we're at Mach 0.80 because we're at our cruising altitude. So, I've got my Mach set to 0.81. So that's probably where we'll keep it. It's showing that we're flying at 0.80, but I'll keep it set to 0.81. That's not a big deal. But like I said, if you guys noticed, as soon as I changed my vertical and I lowered it down a little bit, and what gave me that indication was that I seen my Mach numbers were going down a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, and that's enough to tell you that, all right, the engines they're working hard, and they're kind of struggling. So when that happens, change your vertical. Don't have it as bring the number down. So even if you're flying something you're doing a vertical of 2,500. Bring it down to 2,000. Bring it down to 1,500. The lower you bring that number, the easier them engines are going to, be able to do its job. So when I seen my Mach going down from 0. I was trying to get it up to 0.80, and it was staying stuck at about 0.78, and then it started going back down. It was going 0.77. 0.76. So I didn't let it go below that. I went and changed my vertical from it started out 1,500 on vertical, and then it got down to 1,200 on its own, which was telling me, yeah, it's, engines are having some trouble here. So then I brought it down from my vertical to be 1,000 feet per minute, and it took care of itself. So you want them engines to work for you, and you've got to be able to understand how they operate as well at the same time. And I got that advice from a friendly pilot of mine. He said that you gotta give those engines love and care, and you gotta understand them. You gotta understand if the noise changes a little bit. You gotta know that that's the engines telling you, hey, we got a migraine, we got a headache, we're having some trouble here, right? Learn your engines, learn your plane, and I believe flights will go good every single time. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If you don't want to use that story, that's on you. But at the end of the day, guess what? That is not my problem. No, I'm just kidding. Amen, Brandon. Amen on that. It's one thing to give advice and say, hey, I was reading and I saw that it said this. Not that, well, no, actually, you're wrong. Oh, no, you're wrong. Brandon, you know where I'm going on this, and I'm just going to stop right there because I'm not going to do that. But there is a true reality that says a blind person cannot be a pilot. A true reality that's not going to happen. And this is not a female that I'm talking about, for the record. You're not going to be a pilot. Not right now. So, don't don't be like that. Don't. It's okay. This is good enough for me to be able to be a pilot. I'm a sim pilot, and I'm okay with that. I can officially tell people, yes, I'm a sim pilot. let's see. Oh, I think it said, yeah, an hour and 17 minutes. It is really cool, though, you know, being a sim pilot, and the more you fly, the more you become knowledgeable at things. Do you remember at the beginning of the flight I said, you know, it's about a 3-hour flight. By the time we get up to cruising altitude, it'd be about an hour and 30 minutes. I cannot believe how close I was on that. 1 hour and 17 minutes. So that's telling me that I'm really beginning to, when you can do that without, you know, reading something to tell you that that's what it's going to be, and you can guess that before you even get to that point, and you're that accurate, that's telling you that, you know, you're learning and you're, you know, educating yourself the right way. I'm not saying I know it all, because I don't, but considering that the flight said it was a 3-hour flight, and I told you guys that once we get to cruising altitude it'd be about an hour and a half, well, look at it, it's about an hour and 17 minutes. I wasn't dead on, but I had a really good idea of where we was going to be. So I don't hear no people. What's going? There they are. There they are. I like the fact that I just shut the cockpit door. Well, technically it's a different. There we go. So you can actually set your thing, and Brandon, if you need help figuring out how to do that, well, you're really not shutting the cockpit door, you're adjusting the sound of them back there, and it's real easy to do. So you can use the letter S. You can go once, there's no sound there at all. You can do it again, it's twice, 3 times, 4 times. Now, how did I do that? I did that by hitting S one time. To get that setting that way, I hit S, and then I hit A, and then I went through the modes of S to see what all the different sounds would be. Then I'd hit A again when I got back to that sound, and then, you know, you just got to figure out which one it is. I can try to help you with that later if you want, Brandon, but I like it. I don't gotta, I just consider it as if the cockpit door has been shut. I'm not being interrupted by, oh. However, you know, I can check back on them. Like that right there. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave you guys with them for just a minute. I'll be right back. Alright folks, I'm back. I had to go in the back. I guess we had a passenger that passed out, so we had to go back here and attend to them, but I'm back. Everything's good. You know, you can't stop the plane when you get someone sick. You either got to figure it out, or you got to divert to a closer place to land. And if you can't do that, at second best, you can just open up the door and throw them out. Not a big deal. People ask, well, where is that passenger at? Where's my friend? What are you talking about? They didn't fly on my plane. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right. Shut that door. There we go. The thing is, I think on this setting, though, I'm not hearing some of the messages and stuff from the self-loading. I wonder if they're going to give us a way to open the cockpit door and stuff. I would love to see some more features come in there. Speaking of stuff, we're currently over top of Mexico right now, you guys. An hour and 11 minutes and we'll be landing in Mexico. But yeah, it'd be nice when that update does come out. I think that all the developers are doing a good job with everything that they do. There are some stuff that I think could use some work, could use some attention, but at the end of the day, at least they're out here doing these different programs for us to make it fun, right? There we go. One monster down to go. Or one down and one to go. Yeah, by the way, guys, tomorrow, and I don't know, it makes it hard for streaming wise, because you got all these great people from BVI Pilots, but tomorrow for Memorial Day we're all going to do a flight, in honor of Memorial Day and stuff like that. And the jet that I'm going to fly is going to blow your guys' rocks off. I'm not even going to tell you. I ain't even going to tell you. What I will tell you is it's not the normal jet that I fly. I will tell you that. It's not the normal jet. Well, the other thing I'll tell you is the jet that I'm flying, you guys might, you might want to be ready to really push your engines, because it might be hard for you to keep up with me. I don't know. The jet that I'm going to break out tomorrow. Actually, I'm not. Actually, no. I'm going to fly. I'm just messing with you, Brandon. I'm going to fly. No, I'm not going to fly it when we do our flight, because I'm going to be able to fly right there with you guys. So when we all land, we're all landing close to each other. But I am going to fly that jet tomorrow in respect of Memorial Day. It's just something for fun. So you got to see what that is tomorrow. And all I'll tell you is this. It is one fast daddy. I will tell you that, and that is all I'm going to tell you. It's a fast one. Yeah, you can get up to, what is it, Brandon? About 70,000 feet before you stall out, that is. Oh yeah, yeah. She's a beautiful piece of work, but good luck trying to keep up with it. I will tell you that. We're traveling at 200, well, no, we're not. Well, 275 knots, but Mach speed 0.81. So we're moving good. This is some good speed right here. I missed what you said. Say that again, Brandon. You can't wait for what? Oh yeah, for sure. By the way, I'm going to uncheck my altitude, let it recheck itself, you guys. That's how you know for sure Tramp will be in control when it's time to come down and land. There we go. You know, the audio is so low. I don't know about you guys, but when the announcements come across, I can barely hear them. Like, I can hear them a little bit. Even when adjusting them volumes. You know, it really does. It really does. Yeah. You know, I could go in there and change the volume and move the crowd sound down lower and the announcement up higher. Well, it's as high as it's going to go, and that'll make it a little easier to hear. But I don't know. I hate that. That's what I hate. There goes your girlfriend again, Brandon. Aww. Aww. So we got an hour and 2 minutes. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do is we're going to... let me go to quiet mode for a minute. Because I want to Brandon, if you're up on the server, I'll come up there and talk to you for a minute while we're streaming live here. Well, maybe not, because it might lag. Well, no, it shouldn't. Okay. Alright, I am up on the server.
Hey.
What is up, man? Let me see if I got you coming through the hold on one second. Go ahead and say something.
Testing. Testing. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9.
Okay, yep, we got you. You're sounding
Awesome.
perfect. Good deal. I've got the audio kind of on a mute type of audio right now with the plane, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, man. It's gonna be fun. All of us getting together and doing that. My gosh, I stay so busy with work. I forgot
He's
tomorrow
not
was
kidding
even
about that.
like literally, I forgot tomorrow was even a holiday. I don't know, but it's because I stay so busy and so wrapped up in what I do. I mean,
Absolutely, and I can attest to that. He is not kidding about that. I've seen it.
yeah, I will brag about myself on that because I take it 110% serious when it comes to what I do, and
And
really,
he does a fantastic job.
honestly, I got to thank the college for that. You know, if I would have never went to college, I'd have never had these opportunities knocking on my door. So, if anybody ever says college isn't worth going to, well, you're wrong. I can tell you, you're wrong.
Dead wrong. Dead wrong.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people go to college and end up going a completely different direction, but that's not because college didn't do it for them. It's because
I've seen too many go and then drop out.
Oh, I have too. I recently when this pandemic started, unfortunately it's a bad deal.
Hey, Thomas.
When all that went down,
Hey.
there was probably 5 different people that I know personally that dropped out. I'm not going to say that word because I'm also streaming on YouTube, or it will be on YouTube. But when that all went down, to me that wasn't a reason to give up. That was a reason to fight more, right?
Exactly.
When something doesn't, when something like that happens, that should give you enough motivation to say, okay, I've got to work harder, and I've got to, do what I got to do to make it work.
And we just had another one of our BVI pilots join the channel. Thomas.
Yeah, we got Thomas back in. He was with us last night as well.
Hey guys, hey, how's it going?
It's going good, Thomas. How are you?
Fantastic. Now that I've
Doing all right, man. Doing all right.
Didn't you end up doing a flight earlier or something, or did that not work out? Something happened, or I can't remember.
Well, it turns out I forgot to index my ideal flight scenery, and as a result,
Oops.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I've done that many a time.
Yeah, that sucks. I've been there, done
Yeah.
it. Hopefully I never do it again, but that's probably not the case.
We could actually write a book. If we could, I'm telling you guys, we could write a book getting together on all the things we do as BVI pilots where we mess up sometimes, and I bet it would sell because it's so comical.
it really is comical, for certain.
Especially
For
the
certain.
simplest things that we forget to do.
Yep.
Like not putting your flaps out before you do your takeoff roll, which I've done several times.
That will do, yep.
I got the best one for you. The best one for you ever is when you first start flying and you're really nervous and you're trying to make sure you got everything right, and you forget to lower your gears. Belly flopping is not the way to go, folks.
No, it is not.
Promise you that
Or how
right
about
now.
this one? Or how about this one? You watch me do this several times and you turned around and did the same thing. Get everything ready. You forget to start your smart car system to log the flight.
I believe that is probably the most popular thing that we forget to do. Is
Yes.
starting the cars up. Yep. Every single
Every time.
I've
yeah.
also landed before, and I landed okay. I didn't, but I completely forgot to even do anything with my flaps at all.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
I remember
But
the best.
It goes to show
landing.
proof, though, that you can land without your flaps. It's rough landing, but you can do it.
It wouldn't be
remember the
entirely too
best-
good for your passengers, but
No.
yeah, you could definitely do that.
I remember the best landing story that happened to you, Johnny, was when you landed and you didn't even land at the airport. You landed in that field right in front of a house.
Oh yeah, the very first time I started flying.
Yes.
Another good one was when I actually landed at an airport, but it was the wrong airport, and it was an Air Force airport. Yep, I'm definitely in the wrong neck of the woods here. Luckily, they didn't start shooting at me and all that, but I think it might have been a retired Air Force field, maybe. But
Now imagine if you were a real pilot and did that. You'd be questioned very heavily by very unhappy military personnel.
if you're the real pilot, you wouldn't even get within 50 miles
3
of that
feet
air.
of that.
Not
Yeah,
even 50
exactly.
miles of that Air Force base. They'd be all over you. They'd say,
Oh yeah, they'd be scrambling
you-
fighters.
"You're going the wrong way, pal. Either
Mm-hmm.
turn or look out your window because you're surrounded by F-150s and hopefully not no
Hornets.
F-35. F-35, I mean, them things take you out before you even know they're there. But
Those things are scary.
Oh yeah.
Well, it could be worse. It could
And-
be a
and,
fleet
you know,
of
the-
Firefoxes.
the cool thing is, though, the F-35s are actually coming back into the game, and we're going to hopefully start using them again.
Oh, I'll certainly use them.
They were grounded for a long time, and I think it was all due to funding. The funding was one of the bigger problems with that, but
Oh wow.
not anymore. Our eyes are fully on it again. So, and they can do a lot. You should read up on F-35 sometime. There's a lot
Oh,
of
I've
stuff.
read up on them.
A lot of stuff that you're not going to hear about that they can do, and a lot of
Mhm.
stuff that you will hear about. So,
Well, we could have it worse. We could have a fleet of certain aircraft that you were talking about earlier. Thank goodness they're not actually real right now.
okay, let's see. About 53 minutes. So actually about 43, about 45 minutes technically.
Yeah. That's still not a bad flight at all.
No, and like I said, it's cool now that I can guesstimate on how long a flight's actually going to be. You look at a flight report, it might tell you 3 hours, or it might say
But it's
4
really
hours.
not going to be 3
but
hours.
it's really
4
not going to
hours.
be that.
Mm-hmm.
They go by the time altogether. They count.
Well,
you.
and they also go by the speed that you fly too.
Yeah, but they also go by the time that it takes you to even get out to the runway, to get
Yep.
all that stuff is in with the time too. So
Now, if we could taxi and do all that, yeah, it might take us that long. But since we can't, it's going to take a little bit less for us. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to let everybody know, if you guys are really interested in space flight, on my stream, if NASA does this, on Wednesday, they are going to be launching the Crew Dragon 2 spacecraft with 2 astronauts aboard. So stay tuned for that. That's really exciting stuff coming up.
yep, I'll be watching that. I'll be checking
Me
that
too.
out.
I'm
always
hoping-
been into the airplane thing and the space shuttle thing. It's just been one of my things. It always has been. Always.
I've
has
always
been.
enjoyed flight and space flight, and ever since I was a small kid. See, that's what I was telling Johnny last night. I was born at the beginning of the space shuttle era in 1981, and it's funny how I get to live all these years later, 30 plus years later, and see a new spacecraft take off from that same place.
Yeah, because obviously when you were first born, you didn't see the first one take off.
No, obviously not, because it was actually launched several months before I was born.
Mm-hmm.
In April. I was born in September.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Yep.
So yeah, obviously I didn't get to, but I've gone back since I've gotten older to watch it.
You know, it's amazing
Matter
to
of
look
fact-
at if you go back to the basic space shuttle. It's amazing how much power that it takes for that thing. Not much at all.
Oh, I know.
It doesn't run off much power at all.
Nope.
I forget the full details, but I know you could. You run stuff in your house that takes more power than what the shuttle even required.
Yeah, the shuttle has what are called 3 APUs, auxiliary power units, that generate their power, which is very interesting. And I'm going to be interested to see what this new Dragon spacecraft has to generate power. I think it has solar panels inside the body of it.
That might be the case, but that won't do it no good in space.
Actually, I think it is designed exactly for that in space.
Yeah, but when you're in space, you don't got the sun hitting it necessarily.
Exactly.
Well, you don't have the sun hitting it, but it can take the energy, the plasma particles that are discharged from the sun, and use them to its advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that might be. That gets tricky. That gets really tricky when you look at that kind of technology. But
Yeah, it's a little bit similar to what Apollo had, but they've just upgraded it from that era.
yeah, I mean, I still think that the original shuttle was just an outstanding piece of equipment.
It really is.
And I believe that if we truly wanted to, we could put one of them out there and take off at any time, and obviously not do what we can do with some
I think we
newer
could have
stuff,
upgraded to a newer model space shuttle and actually gone further in space and left low Earth orbit with it if they really wanted to, but
Yeah, I think the idea now is they're looking at how to stay in space longer.
Yeah, they're
not
looking at
necessarily
going to the moon and Mars.
Not necessarily going further all by itself, but also just staying in space longer. Which is pretty cool too.
Yeah. If I ever got
Oh,
the
yeah.
chance to go into space, I would absolutely jump at that chance just to see what it would feel like to be in space.
Yeah, it reminds me of that movie, Astronaut Farmer, where he actually built
Yes.
a rocket and went in space, and everybody was against him doing it, but it was his dream, and he wanted to do it, and he was going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he did it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, from what I've read, apparently if you're in orbit around Earth, it feels kind of like you're free falling.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Well, if you're inside of something, though, I don't think you're going to feel that same.
No, you see. I'd love to get a real astronaut who has actually been on the space station to actually tell us what it would feel like inside the station. I might actually.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think-
tweet one.
I've watched some videos before, and I don't think that they describe anything about feeling like they're falling all the time, because who would want to feel that all the time while being up there for months?
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
So I doubt that while in the space station, I doubt that they would feel like they're just free falling constantly, because that would it couldn't be comfortable.
No.
It couldn't be comfortable. I think the space station is more controlled than that.
Yeah, I would think so.
I mean, yeah, the space station, it goes, it doesn't stay in one spot, but you're inside of the station. So it's kind of, like you're inside a contained space. So,
right.
well, yeah, you can sleep sideways or however you want to sleep.
I'm just amazed. Even
Isn't it
in
wild
my
to think
lifetime-
about? You could literally just, all you need is a pillow to lay your head on,
Exactly.
and you don't even need nothing underneath of you.
I'm
I
just
know.
amazed in my lifetime. We've gone. I remember way back we had the Mir Russian space station, and then now we have the International Space Station.
45
which is
minutes,
amazing.
45 minutes.
45 minutes to landing. Nice.
Yeah, and I shut that bitch up in the back. If I'm about to throw
I'm
her out.
really, really
Aw.
looking for this. The self-loading cargo 1.5.
That's all she does is, oh.
Oh, I know. And to hear that for 2+ hours really grates on things. Like, shut up! Shut up!
That's really weird. I need to figure out why it does that. I need someone
What
to
does it
test
do?
it. I was asking Josh to do it, but he wouldn't do it because he's worried about getting a point for opening the door while in the sky. But I need to see if anybody else is getting that same effect. While in the Max 10, when you fly again, Brandon, open your door and tell me if you get the wind sound. Because
Okay.
I do not. I get no wind sound. Like that. I
yeah,
don't
you
get that
don't get that.
when the door
It's
opens.
weird.
So I need to see if it's
All right.
something to do with the sound pack, with how I installed it, or I don't know. But
I'll definitely test that today.
it very well could just be that maybe there's a sound missing that I didn't somehow get in there.
Could
know?
be.
Oh yeah.
I'll test that.
Good deal. So I'm waiting on once we get grounded here, I'm waiting on them to get back with my portable jumper box, and I'm going to put power to the battery of my truck,
Nice.
and we're going to get that thing started and let it run for a while.
Now, are you gonna be recording that?
Yep.
Okay.
It's going to get recorded, and I'm going to upload it. Like I said, when I created BVI Pilots, every now and then we'll have miscellaneous stuff about, different things that maybe we do while we're outside of doing our flying,
Yeah.
So I'll put that up there so people can just kind of that, or if not that, I'll at least put it up on the server.
Well, I'm definitely gonna be streaming after your flight today, so.
I'm
Mine's
actually about to be beginning a flight, so
Mine's actually about a
okay.
4-hour
Good
flight.
deal.
I'm flying
and-
from Atlanta to Kansas City Center. That's
Good deal,
interesting.
man. Sounds like that'd be a decent. Wait, where are you going from?
He's going from Atlanta.
Atlanta to Kansas City Center.
Oh, okay.
Isn't
What's the
even an
flight
airport?
time
I've
with
never
that?
been-
Do you know?
I'd actually have to check. Let me see. I could probably tell you the moment I got in the air.
Yeah.
So I had a really cool Uber driver on the way back,
Yeah.
except I didn't like his truck because it was too high.
I'm just getting my engine started up here.
No, he drove one of them big Texas trucks, huh?
He drove a big diesel dually is what he drove.
Yeah, well, I bet there's a lot of people doing that right now just to try to make some extra money.
Absolutely.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Funniest thing ever. Picture this. You call up, or you put in for an Uber driver.
Mhm.
Driver pulls up. You get in the car. Now, car takes off and you suddenly notice there's nobody in the driver's seat. you look in the passenger seat in the front of the car and you see somebody sitting there, and they say, by the way, I'm visually impaired. And the car's driving by itself. You know how many people would probably shit themselves?
Oh, not only that, they'd be like, I don't know if I want to drive in this vehicle. They'd
Honestly,
freaked.
I'm a believer in technology. I trust technology. I think that technology fails more than we do as humans. So,
Yep.
I trust it.
I gotta wonder if maybe.
And that's the way I look at it. People fail and make mistakes when operating vehicles, equipment, planes, rockets. Now, you compare that to how many times will the technology fail when it's fully, everything's right.
Yeah.
How many times is it going to fail? Someone tried to tell me the Google car failed several times. The Google car did fail some, but not because of its own errors.
It was because of design error.
It was also because of one had to do with other people hitting it, not it hitting them.
Exactly.
So,
I love when people tell me when they see stories.
I've not heard much
it's,
on the Google project lately.
I don't know if they're even still making the car or not, actually, because
I think it's
you got
because
other companies like Tesla, Mercedes.
Yeah. But Google's still they've got billions of dollars. I wouldn't see why they would give up that project.
I don't think they have. I just honestly, if you want my honest opinion, I'm wondering if maybe they're making it secretly behind closed doors, and then when they get it just
they're going
right,
to come out with something and
it.
it's going to blow everybody's freaking mind.
I'm wondering if that may be the case.
I know they had.
You're right.
They had what? I forget how many they had on the roads in some of the states.
I know they had some in Arizona. I know Texas was going to be one of
Arizona
those
was,
states
and I think they were in California. They were testing too.
Yeah, and I think Texas was going to be the next state to start testing.
Mercedes came a long ways with their stuff.
Well,
they've got this type of remote, and you go in the store and you come out and you can push a button and the car will navigate itself to you. Now, the remote is visual because you got to look at it and there's like these circles, and so you can make the car, look for the signal further out than normal so that it can still come to you. But other than that, it would still come to you. But we'll see. I think Tesla is going to be at the top of that. I think
Tesla.
Mercedes.
Well, I mean, Tesla is definitely going to be at the top. I'm going to be very interested, like I said, because this Dragon spacecraft is designed by the company that makes Tesla. So we're going to see what their autonomous system is going to be like docking.
Yeah. What's that?
I was going to say, well, you kind of muted.
Oh, I can still hear you. I'm just doing that with my mic so there's not like feedback.
No, I was going to say, I kind of hope that in my lifetime we get a car that we can actually buy and be able to drive off with the autonomous technology in it to be able to own a vehicle like that.
Yeah, like I said, I'm all about, technology, and I trust technology.
I do too.
I think today we're in a piece of life where we really got to trust technology because there's so much of it around us.
My honest opinion is, and I've told this to many other people, like, if you're blind right now, it's a great time in this world to be a blind person and alive as far as technology goes. It really is.
Yeah,
Because
they're definitely
you see
coming into the world better
advancements
than
every
what
day.
we did when we first
Yes.
was,
Yes.
We didn't get all the fancy stuff. We didn't get to grow up with an iPhone.
No, but I am glad we are getting to live that life and be able to participate equally, and
Yeah.
I'm hoping it expands more and more. Now, I am going to say,
Do you guys know Hold on a minute. Do you guys know what time it is, by chance?
It's monster time.
It's monster time, baby.
I am going to say, though, as far as self-driving vehicles, it's going to be very interesting when it comes to the states issuing us licenses to see if they will actually be on board with that.
Well, you know, there's countries right now. There's some countries right now. When you call a cab, there's nobody in that cab.
Yep. I think Japan's one of those countries.
I would love to go over and just experience what that's like. But their
too.
roadways are much, much different than ours.
Yeah.
A lot different.
I'm sorry to say, but as far as sustainability, as far as roads, railroads, if you really look at our system of transit and transport, we are so far behind every other country as far as that stuff goes. And it's, to be honest, it's quite pathetic that we're that far behind.
Take a look at I can't remember her name, but the droid actually, it's a female droid, and she actually got citizenship in what country was it? I'm going to look it up, but the droid literally will walk and talk and carry conversation with you, and the country actually gave her citizenship.
Wow.
The first droid to ever have citizenship, and I forget what country it was in. I'm gonna have to.
I'll actually look it up right now, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, look it up.
Let me look
first
it up real quick.
Female droid. I don't know how you want to word it, but yeah. 33 minutes, folks, and technically it'd be about 33.
Sophia is her name.
Yeah, Sophia. And if you've never watched any videos on her or read about it, you really need to read about it. This droid is amazing. Amazing. And she's learning every day. Every day she's learning.
That's incredible.
The more she talks to people, the more, like, it's just absolutely amazing.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think our technology is advancing rapidly every day, and I really do believe that the two biggest
they've had
things in
her
my
where she's
lifetime-
been in like some of the shopping centers over there in that country, and she'd just walk up to people and carry conversations and so on. It's amazing.
I truly believe the two biggest advances in my lifetime in technology are going to be A, we are going to have self-driving vehicles, and B, we are actually going to be going to other places in the universe, such as the moon and other planets.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's check our fuel here.
And I will be right back in just a second.
So I think that's about right. I still have 36% fuel in my center tank, 36% in my left tank, and 36% in my right tank. So
You're good.
I was fortunate enough to get the right amount of fuel because I didn't plan on carrying 212 passengers, but that was kind of after. So
Oh yeah.
if we would have ran out of
Can
fuel,
you guys hear me, by the way?
yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay,
you're
all
good.
right, all right.
You're good. If we'd have ran out of fuel, I guess it'd been time to put on the floaties.
Pretty much.
I got to remember, I'm doing a M1 landing here. So at 1,000 feet, I'm going to turn off M1 and yeah, I guess that's about it. Oh, it's Brandon here again in a minute too, just to recap. Brandon,
Yes, sir.
doing a recap here. I'm doing an M1 landing at 1,000 feet. I'm going to turn off M1. What else? Oh, yeah. At 500 feet, I'm going to go to negative 400 on vertical.
Correct.
And then at 100 feet, I'm going to go to negative 100.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I'll just, as soon as I do that negative 100, I'll just Alt-Tab back over to the sim window.
Be sure and disarm your turn off your auto throttle at 200 though.
Yeah, well, does it disarm the autopilot? I hope it does, because if not, it won't let me turn off auto throttle.
Yes, it will.
I didn't think
Yes, it will. No, if you uncheck the M1, it will let you turn
Uncheck
it
flight
off.
plan M1.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
flight plan M1.
okay, so once you do that at 1,000 feet, you can. Okay.
You can disarm the auto throttle at 200. Yes.
200,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, gotcha. We'll see how that works out.
Starting on my engines. I'm a 1.5%
I do have to
into
figure out why when I
active.
do negative 400 at 500
flow.
feet, I get don't sink, don't sink.
I think because of the amount of speed, I think it's too fast. It's thinking you're going too fast. Because you got to figure out negative 400 at 500 feet.
Yeah.
That means you're going 400 feet a minute. You're going 500 feet left.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's going to tell you that. You could actually do negative 100 at 500 feet, and it would be the same as you doing negative 400.
Yep.
So technically, I might try that. Do negative 100 when I get to 500, because negative 400, you can't even do that. That is actually, you are risking hitting the ground hard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Because
absolutely.
you're at 500 feet. In 1 minute, you're popping off 400 feet that fast.
Exactly.
So I'm glad you brought
Yeah,
that to
yeah.
my attention. I'm going to go to negative 100 at 500.
All right.
because-
Try that.
All right, both of my engines are started up.
It might give a smoother.
I was actually thinking that myself,
Shutting down APU.
but I'm wondering though if you're going to go down too slow.
APU generator off.
Because if you
Shutting
go
down
negative
APU.
100, I'm still wondering if you're going to get the don't sink thing where it's like don't sink.
I don't know.
Try that and let me know, because if it works, then I'll definitely go minus 100 at 500 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know what. And what I'll do is once I get to where I'm getting ready to send, I'll let you. I'll pop out of here.
to
Well,
runway.
actually, no, I won't. I'll just mute it. I'll just mute the sim, or not the sim, but the up here. I'll mute up here while I'm
Ah,
landing.
okay. Okay.
But I'm not there yet, so we still got 27 minutes altogether. So in about, I'd say 10, 11 minutes, I'll be. No, actually.
By the way, that
yeah.
A320 I've been flying, every single time I fly it, I feel like I'm flying a yo-yo.
Why is that? Which one?
Because it goes up and down. The A320, how's that
Oh,
pronounced?
okay.
AIE?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. It's like I'm flying a bouncing ball when I fly it, when I get up to cruise.
Flaps 15.
Does it do that
The
even
winds.
with good weather? Oh yeah, winds. Yeah.
High wind. Yeah, I had like winds of like 70 knots yesterday. At one
Okay.
point, it was bad.
Wow.
Okay, heading lock off, heading lock is active. Alright, heading lock is active, altimeter is set, auto throttle is on. Checking to be sure that we're on M1.
Yep, always check that. Don't pull a Jesse.
I actually want to try something. Because I think there may be a keystroke to switch between that.
Between what?
Oh,
M1 and M2
in where?
in Tramp.
I wonder if I'd have to set it. Probably.
Alright. Alright, we are in M1. Very good. Alright. Everything looks to be alright. Alright, autopilot master is active.
Okay.
Alright, we're going to try taking off with airspeed hold.
Just the one thing you want to look at on that is your weather condition and what kind of runway it is, because that definitely can play a part in your takeoff there.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Weather definitely makes a huge difference in takeoff.
Alright, I'm not flying this aircraft.
Uh-oh.
Airbus A320neo, I'm not going to fly that one.
Why?
I've crashed in that one every single time.
Is that what just happened?
Hey, that's exactly what just happened.
Jeez, that's as bad as the A321.
Did you
with
check
me.
Tramp to see if it had the right plane in the plan setting?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I can check it one more time to be certain. Just to be certain.
No, you're probably right. Some of them 320s don't fly that good. The original one that we usually fly is the one I like.
The Boeing 737-800
No,
Max 10?
it's the
AIE.
320. but it's the-
A320 CFM. A320 CFM.
Yeah, 'cause I don't have no trouble with that one.
Alright, close it.
It could have been taking off in airspeed hold instead of the other, due to the runway or due to the weather. There could have been a lot of factors on that too, bub.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also going to check. I'm also going to try the Boeing 737 Max 10. Homepage. Okay. Check certain that I've got the very sure I do.
Now, Brandon, do you still
Yep, I do.
go to your? Do you still turn off GPS once you get?
Yes.
So you still do that and go to heading mode?
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely do that.
Okay.
You want to do that when you start flying. You want to do that when you first fly your SIDS, and then when you start flying your stars.
Yeah, or when you just start descending.
Yep.
As soon as you start noticing that you're descending, it's a good time. You could probably do it too, and I think you'd be good as well.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. I do it at the start of my descent. Although sometimes I've been forgetting to do that lately. Just like the other day.
You know what I got to say about that, don't you?
Exactly. That's not my problem. I know you very, very well.
Oh man.
Just like the other day, I forgot to, when I was descending, I was geared down, and I forgot to tell Unicom that I was descending into the airport.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was bad.
21 minutes, folks. We'll be probably descending here about 12 minutes out. She always likes to descend right there at the last 10 minutes or so.
I know.
And she
had a
drops
proper-
fast, man.
If we had a proper FMC, we wouldn't have that problem. But, gotta work with what we got.
Yeah, because then we would be able to put in all that stuff, and it would do it on its own.
Exactly.
But at a time that we would want it to, and not at the last minute.
Yeah, because you wouldn't do that. If you were a real pilot, you wouldn't be descending like that at the last minute over the top of the airport. That's...
No, if 20 minutes left in the flight, you would already be down
halfway
lower.
down.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like the last time, it was funny because the last time we went to Erie, no, actually it was in September, a couple of years ago when I went to Erie. So we were descending into Chicago. We were coming over Lake Michigan, and it was funny because the captain came on and he's like, we're beginning our descent into Chicago, and if you look out your window, you can see the beautiful Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Okay, what does mute control M? Is that what mutes it?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna mute for a minute and get this landed. I'll be right back.
All right.
You guys gonna stay up here? Oh, hold on. Can you guys hear me? I'll be right back. Alright folks, we got about 19 minutes left, but I wanted to be able to get, I always like to be ready before it's time to just, drop the ball. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay going, but that's alright. Probably about maybe a minute or so, but that's okay. Right. So we're looking good here. We got 18 minutes and 30 seconds, and we're gonna land this big old fat bit. Brandon's got a drinking problem. He's always drinking whiskey. Oh, my bad. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our BVI pilots has crashed his plane. His name is Thomas the pilot. He forgot that he was intoxicated and had drank 2/5 of whiskey and made love to his woman all night long. No, I'm just kidding. Shoot, man. Oh, goodness. Been a good flight, guys. I appreciate everybody joining me and hanging out and all that stuff. And if you're watching this on YouTube at a later time, I would like to remind you, do not forget to tap on that subscribe button. Join us here at BVI Pilots. We'd love to have you. And be sure to give us a thumbs up to show that you appreciate this video or another video that you've watched or the channel in general. Also, be sure to click on the little bell there on your screen. If you're visually impaired, just use your tab button and you'll find your notification button where you can click that and set it to always so that you are notified each and every single time that we publish a video here on BVI Pilots. For that said, let's get back to the program here and get this plane landed, get these people off the plane. That way you guys can go and listen to Brandon on his stream coming up here in a little bit. Alright, so let's see. Got about 16 minutes. We're going to start descending here anytime, really. Between 8 and 16 minutes is usually about when it does it. So let's see what happens. Oh yeah. been a rowdy crew the whole time, folks. And I believe we're getting ready to start descending here. We get down to 25,000, we'll go from, we're going to go from Mach back to airspeed. Looking good. We're at 32,000. For those of you in the back, I hope you got your seatbelts on, people, because I won't tell you twice. One time and one time only. If you get thrown around, not my problem. If you fall from your seat, not my problem. If you decide to try to use the bathroom while landing, not my problem. If you end up using the bathroom while landing and you don't make it to the bathroom and you use the bathroom in one of my aisles, that is indeed my problem. Yeah, oh, shut up, lady. We're going down, down, baby, down, down, baby. I absolutely love this plane, though, for the record. For the record. We're getting there. We're at 28,000, folks. 28,000, and we're going down, down, baby, down, down, baby. I think this has been a good flight for, you know, the most part. Of course, we're not landed yet, so cross your fingers, okay? I've never flew over here to Mexico, so I don't know what the runways are like. I don't know if they're, you know, a longer runway, if they're a shorter runway, but we're going to be setting our brakes to maximum because I don't want to chance it. Alright, we're at 26,000. I believe we're going to go. Alright, we're going to go ahead. Alright. We're going to airspeed. we're going to go ahead and we are descending, so got our heading active. Now I sure didn't see no ILS available for this runway, so when I get down here, if I hear it say that, we're going to ignore it, but I'm going to be like, what the hell? We're at 19,000. Now, I have noticed in the M1, you know, you got to be the one that kind of, you know, controls your speed and all that. So I'll be adjusting that the closer I get to 10,000, so that we're not overspeeding. And right now we're at 7. Yeah, we're at 17,000. So. When I get landed here in Mexico, I'll be going off the air here, letting Brandon do his flight, and going to do a little bit of work on my truck outdoors, get it started. This is when you talk, Jaws. There we go. Alright, we're slowing down, folks, way down, because we're getting close to where, you know, we're getting to 10,000, so we gotta watch our speed. Lady, you're off my plane here in a minute. To the developer of self-loading cargo, please get rid of that bitch. Okay? Get rid of her. We don't love her. We're tired of her. Alright, a little under 10,000. We're getting there, folks. I will say that no matter if you're doing a ILS or a regular landing, you can still follow that speed rule about getting it down to 170, you know, between 140 and 170. That way, time you get to landing, you're not coming in too fast, and you're gonna get a smoother landing, I think. And you just want to gradually bring them flaps out as you're coming down. Don't do it too fast, but don't do it too slow. Alright, we're just a little over 6,000 here. Looking good, guys. A little over 5,000 to go. And we're really doing good on our speed, staying steady at that about 170 knots. And that's a real good speed to come in with. And I don't care if it's catching the ILS or if it's you just doing a regular landing. The smoother you can come in and a steadier speed, the better. You know, like my buddy pilot told me, you don't never want to, you know, underestimate about speed. You don't want to never double guess or double question yourself about, should I slow down a little bit? You know, you're not going to stall out at 170. You're not going to stall out at 140. Now, if you're flying like a big 777, maybe, you know, that's different. But really, you're going to play that right now, Jaws? When I get to 2,500, I'm going to change the speed down to 145. Okay, 145. Lights are on. I almost forgot about that. All right, here what we're going to do. There we go. And when I get to 1,000, we'll turn off M1. We will uncheck that puppy. Almost there. Okay, here we go. All right, M1 is off.
400. 300.
'Looking good. Alright, you guys. I believe that was a smooth, other than, I hit my well, my flaps were out, but I wasn't at the full flap, but I think it was still a good flight. I'm going to look at my report here in a minute, see how we did. Right now we are letting all these hey-yous off of here, but I think it was a good flight. I really do. I feel like that was a good. There must be some wind. It still said we're going 15 knots, but you know. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was off. That wasn't the problem. It was my flaps, Brandon. I forgot to. My flaps was all the way out, but one more. There was one more flap that I needed to go out, and I didn't do it. I forgot all about it. But it wasn't even a. It wasn't even a bounce though. Like I didn't bounce. Nothing. That was a smooth landing, dude. Even with that one error, that was a smooth landing. Very smooth. Unless you guys can hear something that I didn't, but that sounded pretty smooth to me. Other than, my speed was actually, I almost stalled because my speed got down to 133. So, I think that was my only error with my flaps. That was the only thing I messed up on. Must be a little bit of wind. Oh yeah, it's windy over here. Well, wind heading 116 knots. That's a steady, not even a gust, it's a steady wind. Wow. Oh, that's cool because now I'm getting all the. I forgot I don't have the hotkey set up to shut this thing off. Anyway, you guys, there it is. Shut up, you fucker. The jet says no, I don't want to shut off right now. I'll have to fix the hotkey for it, you guys. Well, we'll go ahead and exit that. Bye-bye. Alright, so I'm going to close the chat here because we're getting ready to go. So we'll close that. I don't know, that didn't say end of flight on ideal, so did it record it? Alright, let's see. Yeah, and this is why I don't like these regular landings, because you don't know how good to, like, you don't know what how good you're going to be on the runway, right? Like, I definitely wasn't on the runway. But there was nothing I could do. That's why I like ILS. So unfortunately we landed off the runway. That's and there was nothing I could do about that. It just didn't have it lined up. You know, but let's see something. Acceptable aircraft management. It said bad flying, good landing. So that's because of them damn flaps. Let's take a look. Yeah, see, I had to stall there. My speed got a little bit too low. And that was doing it at, minus 100. Not even the minus 500 at 5, or minus 400 at 500. I don't know. Now, there are some errors I got here that really, I don't know why them were even on there. Lighting, I didn't have my lights on or something. That went against it. Okay, no bounces. 95 feet to stops. That was good too. Yaw left, 0.4 degrees. Bank left, 0.6 degrees. Pitch down, 0.6 degrees. Wait. Yeah, that would have been a hard landing, but I don't like doing them flights that are. Let me do something here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm back, guys. I don't like doing them non-ILS flights because you cannot